Hello and welcome to Cooking with Fee. Today I'm going to cook a potato curry, which is a real blast from my student past. It's very cheap and it's completely vegan. So we've got some chopped potatoes here. I've kept the skin on. There's about 800 grams there. Any type of potato will do. You can use little baby ones. I've just chopped up what I've got in the cupboard. We've got one chopped onion. We've got some vegetable stock. I've got my spice mix here, and that's a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of coriander and a teaspoon of garam masala. I've got 2 garlic cloves. I've got some vegetable stock, some chopped tomatoes just from the tin, and some fresh coriander, which is my favourite. And you're also going to need some oil to fry the curry in to start with, and some salt for seasoning. And now we're going to cook the curry. So let's put the gas on. So you want that on nice and low because we're going to saute the onions and cook the spices out. And that's going to take a couple of minutes. Right, so now we're going to cook our curry. We've got some oil just coating the bottom of the pan, and I'm going to add my spices. So I want to cook through the spices for as long as possible because that brings out the flavour. There we go, that's all nicely mixed. I'm just going to leave that to cook out just for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to add the chopped onion. That's a nice sizzle. Just give that a stir. Remember, this is on a really low heat because we don't want the spices to burn. I'm just going to cook those onions out, and it always takes longer than you think it's going to. But you can't really rush it, you just have to bear with it. It'll be worth it in the end. Well, that's cooking away quite nicely there, and we're going to add some garlic now. So I've got my garlic press because I just can't cope with chopping garlic by hand. It's just too much, that's not going to work. Let's do it like that. So 1 clove, 2 cloves, and give that a stir. Smells amazing. I'm just going to let that cook out for a couple of minutes. You definitely don't want to burn the garlic because that will taste bitter. And now that garlic's cooking through really nicely, it smells really good. And I'm going to add some stock. Now I've got just straightforward vegetable stock cube in here, but you can use marigold, you can use bouillon, you can use chicken stock if you like. But just stick that in. Give it a stir, and that sauce will thicken ever so slightly because of the spices in there. Right, that's looking good, it's all nicely mixed in. So we're going to add the potatoes. This recipe also works really well with chicken, so you can substitute the potatoes with chicken. Pop that in there. Add the tomatoes, chopped tomatoes. And pinch of salt, give it a good stir. So what you want is the potatoes just covered with the liquid, so I don't want anything soupy. And the potatoes will release a little bit of liquid when they cook. So that's all nicely mixed. And then we're just going to pop the lid on. And let it cook for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, a little bit longer if you like, if you get distracted, but basically until the potatoes, you can put a fork into the potatoes. Okay, this has been cooking for about half an hour now. I'm going to use a tea towel because that pan lid is hot. Yep, that's looking pretty cooked to me. Let's give the potatoes a poke. Yep, they're definitely cooked through. The other thing when you're cooking curries is that when the curry's actually cooked, the oil rises to the surface, and that's happening really nicely with that. So yeah, jolly good. So what we're going to do now is add grind of black pepper, pinch of salt, and just a little squeeze of lemon juice. Give that a stir, and then we'll serve it up.